To me, it's important. It's a way of me reclaiming what was taken from us.
Well, quill art basically, historically, is we use every part of an animal that we can. And a long time ago, not sure who, but someone discovered that if we took the quills off of a porcupine, we could actually weave them, braid them, or sew them down.
Quill, it's old. It's like the oldest decoration that we have. It was before beads. It was our first way of decorating, like our moccasins and our coats, our bags. It was prevalent before the fur trade came.
It's something that we keep alive and continue to use. These were what we used to decorate not only clothing, but also baskets, household items. So to understand who you are today, you need to understand where you've come from.
It goes back to my ancestors a lot, and it goes back to the boarding schools. About 4 years ago, they found out that there was unmarked graves in Kamloops, Canada, where there was a boarding school. And I had been just sitting around here and not doing anything culturally. So when I heard that, it really touched my heart, and I picked up my beads again. I hadn't bead for a long time. My dad had passed away, so I put all my stuff away. And then I started fresh, and I tried to honor their spirit. And then with that, I found out my own, grandma and my grandpa, they kept it from us, They didn't really tell us about their experiences. My grandpa was like a big influence on my art, and he was so proud of me, and I try to do that for them. I had a hard life before. Art has really helped me. I was thinking about what was taken from them, and then I picked up the quills. I put down the beads. That's my first medium, and I taught myself how to work with porcupine quills because I wanted that connection. And I found that,
She has really leaps and bounds honed her skill with quill work, and she's willing to do things the right way.
With the quills, it's such a long process. The quills I come from Montana. I trade my earrings for these quills, and then I take the quills, I wash the quills, I sort the quills, I dye the quills, I sort the quills again, and then I choose the best that I like, and it's just a little tiny bit afterwards. It's really a labor of love.
It's a lost art here, especially in the city and that. So a lot of young people are discovering it, taking it up again, they're getting books.
I read books about quill work because so many of our techniques were lost to us through the boarding school era. And even in these books, they're from 1919. And they talk about how the examples are deteriorated, so there's no evidence of them. So we're just trying to bring it back.
She takes her ideas from nature, the way it should be done.
To get inspiration, I get outside and I get to be with nature. I started exploring the metro parks. That in itself is healing. Cleveland, this is where I started my art, for real. I'll see something or I'll have a dream, and then I'll put that into my design. That one, I made that for my son. We went to Oklahoma and we were outside for a powwow, and there was just greckles everywhere, and they were making these noises. It was the first time that we encountered them. They were just everywhere and having a great time. We brought that memory home, and I made them that greckle medallion. There's like a little piece of that memory in that piece.
She has some very innovative ideas. She's mixing some modern ideas with traditional ideas, such as her waboos, her rabbit. You'll see pictorials of the old rabbits on a lot of the caves, especially in northern Ontario.
I started applying for grants, and I won. And that fueled me to make more quality art, I guess you'd say. It gave me the funds for it and continued to go to Indianapolis to a market at the Eiteljorg Museum. And I was awarded a Harrison Eiteljorg Purchase Award. That was awesome. It's in the museum now. Other people get to see it, and that's really cool. I fought depression for a long time. Art is expression instead of depression. You know, I've heard that a lot. It heals me because it lets me express what I want to in colors, in shapes, in lines. Like the beautiful part that I feel, I get to share that with everybody. Sometimes I'm amazed because people like my work so much. It really floors me.
It's nice to see a young person taking this art form up and using it for educational purposes also with others.
My main goal is to teach people so they can teach other people. You know, there's not a lot of people who do it, and it needs to be brought back because I know how much it helped me with my depression, and it's given me self-confidence, and I know it could help other people too.
It's who we are. It's part of our history. It's part of our culture. It's why we work so hard to keep our children involved in it so they understand this is who you are. This is what your people did long before there were any settlers here.
They say we walk in beauty. That's what we try to do. Walk in a good way that would make our ancestors proud of us.